Tennis player.
Oh, thank you.
See you.
No, yeah, nice to meet you.
I'll be your ass.
Yeah, you did. Oh my god.
I just tried to. I've been looking for you the last couple of days.
No,
and of course, the perfect timing.
The perfect timing, but I got a little bit of. Perfect timing.
I'm not using this photo.
What? Serious? I love you. Look at you.
Oh, okay. Out of nowhere, the eagle got fast all the way.
Yeah. No. It was the one that I
You wanted to go away? I will go away.
No, this is covered, so.
I cut the stint of it.
Oh.
I was like,
I thought it wouldn't get to
to the
me.
left of you.
Oh.
And I was like, oh shit.
I thought it wouldn't get to me.
Yeah, we should stay upstream.
I think that everything's swim.
Yeah.
Eat shit, bitch!
Coward! Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was the wind or the falls, but yeah, it was like kind of good.
Get mouse and trout.
Wow.
I was just thinking that.
It's still
Yeah, I accidentally took my hand off my eyelids again.
Oh, he's back now. Fucking scared. Little bitch. Fucking pussy. Hey, hey.
And hovering with CPR and shit.
Oh, yeah? And did they help?
Yeah, they, I don't have any.
Of course, I was getting in the thing for a while.
Yeah. Hey, maybe we'll be on the news. Do you know Alex Foreman?
Yeah.
He's a sergeant and a snapper. He's like their youngest son.
Yeah.
But he's always like, it's still like a whole deal with some locals to get A1s and other farmers and shit. And I sent him an A1 of Boston Globe and some of my photos. It's like a sunset on it. And Dave Gutenfelder's photo fucking ran. And I was like, dude, we're splitting A1. And it's just a picture of Dave shot me out where Alex is like scrambling with the camera as like a bunch of shit's happening. He's like, motherfucker, god damn it.
So
This is
he's
not
A1.
what I wanted when I said I wanted to be in front of the newspaper.
That's not the A1 I was referring to. We gotta be specific with our goals, you know?
Gotta be.
If not, God loves the sense of humor. Isn't that the same?
I think so.
Whatever?
It is now.
Oh, yeah, so you can, yeah. Okay.
Technically, I
We're sending bread to our friends. Yeah, the irony of America is like judging what a missile is. The American notorious for being very talented. We don't like that. We don't fuck around with these things. Not even a second.
Oh, sorry. So right now, the protesters at Warren, can you turn around?
Fuck you, Nazi!
I don't know. There's definitely 100% more naked than there is. Like, there might be one or two protesters. Yeah. But I don't know where they're going. Oh, of course. Yeah, no, of course, because the congresswoman was here. But do we still have women? Or not women. Do we still have people? On the live stream? On the live? Okay, that's fine. Oh no, but there's yeah, I just saw in a moment, like I don't know if you saw the camera go down a little bit, it was somebody's screen. Because the guy that was Yeah, yeah. And then, the Eastern Hong Kong. And then we have, Tim. He's a local guy. Tim at the
You'll just wait here and let them walk through.
Yeah, I did.
If we all stay back, it'll be easier.
I'll get photos.
Let's go this way. I don't want to say fuck in my picture.
Huh?
I don't want to say fuck in the picture of the room.
It'd be nice if immigration was.
Slow down, guys. We're all coming. We're all coming. We're coming to you. We're coming to you. Other side of the tree.
All right, we're gonna stand here. So
Here.
please stand here.
We'll stand on the sidewalk with their
Yep.
Let's
Back up. Back up.
back up.
Thank you. We're coming on the sidewalk. Thank you.
Here we go. Here we go.
Little space, guys.
Give us space, please.
Would live volleyball please take you?
So today, myself, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar of Minnesota's 5th District, along with Angie Craig, the Congresswoman for Minnesota's 2nd District, and Kelly Morrison, the Congresswoman for Minnesota's 3rd District, made an attempt to enter Whippley Center here in Minneapolis. We were initially invited in to do our congressional oversight and to exercise our Article 1 duties. When we made it in, it was with the authorization of someone who's been here for a really long time, who understood that we had a congressional duty to enter the building and to see the facility. Shortly after we were let in, 2 officials came in and said that they received a message that we were no longer allowed to be in the building and that they were rescinding our invitation to come in and declining any further access to the building. When we initially entered, I'll briefly describe what we saw. We were taken in to the monitoring center. We were able to see where people were brought in. We were informed that there are 2 planes that are taking off today, taking detainees out of this center into other detention centers outside, within the United States. We did ask if those were deportation flights. We were told no. When we entered the detention center, we were able to observe about 20 people that were being detained there briefly. We also were told that there were showers we weren't able to see. We asked if there were hygiene products provided. They told us people are not held long enough to need those, which is insane because we've heard from people who have been detained here before. And so I will let my colleagues also share their observation, but I will end with this. What happened today is a blatant attempt to obstruct members of Congress from doing their oversight duties. When we appropriate funds as members of Congress, we are expected by the public to do oversight because the public requires their money be used with transparency and accountability. And what happened today is ICE agents deciding that we were no longer allowed to fulfill our constitutional duties. I will turn it over to Congresswoman Angie Craig of Minnesota's 2nd Congressional District.
We were allowed to briefly enter the control room of the detention facility, but were not allowed many more steps thereafter. There was an abrupt decision that we should return to a waiting area and await leadership to come and tell us what was going on. When they arrived, they told us that we are not allowed in the building, that they were rejecting our appeal as duly elected members of Congress from the state of Minnesota from observing the detention center. I came with this court case because that is absolute nonsense. The response was that because the funding for this center came from the one big beautiful bill, not a congressional appropriations bill, that they were denying our access. This document, this court case, refutes that. They would not have a conversation, leadership in the facility, and answer any questions at that point. Look, we're here because we're members of Congress. We have every right and responsibility, if we're doing our jobs, to be here today to see what the conditions are in that detention center. We are going to continue to show up. We're going to continue to do our job. We let ICE know, Department of Homeland Security know, that they were violating federal law. They do not care that they are violating federal law. Kelly?
Yeah, Congresswoman Kelly Morrison, Minnesota's 3rd District. I just want to step back and let's talk about our humanity. I agree with my colleagues. Everything that they said is accurate. As a physician myself, I was very interested to see what the conditions inside were. We were very briefly allowed to go in, but we saw no beds. We saw a lot of young men sitting with their heads in their hands. We were not allowed to speak to any of them. I have privacy forms that I was ready to hand out to constituents. We are better than this. This is not what our great American project should be about.
You want to take a couple?
That will take 1 or 2 questions.
Do you have any sense of who decided to let you in the first place and then who decided to tell you to leave? Like, can you detail that at all?
It was our understanding that we were let in by the former acting director that allowed us in. He was in that position up until 2 days ago. And we did make a phone call before we came here to give him a heads up that we were coming, did facilitate our entry into the building, and then 10 minutes or so later, as we were making our way into the actual detention center where people were being detained, we were told that we had to come back out because his higher ups had made a phone call to him saying that we are no longer allowed to be in the building and that an explanation would be provided to us once we got upstairs. And when we got upstairs, the explanation that we got was, yes, the law is on your side, but we don't care and we are not going to allow you to fulfill your oversight duties.
Yeah, their explanation was that The reason that we could not provide oversight today is because the funding came from the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, which makes no sense. And per Congresswoman Craig's point, with the recent reaffirmation with the court case in December, they're breaking the law.
Given the context of why you're here today, what should people at home who are horrified by what they saw this week take away from your visit, take away from what you just saw inside there, about how ICE is operating?
Well, this is just one more example of this administration and Kristi Noem violating the law. This is an out-of-control Trump's ICE. And what people at home should take is that they should call their Republican members of Congress. We need Minnesota Republicans, we need Republicans across this country to stand up to their own party. This is beyond the pale. This administration continues to use Minnesota as a political stunt. And earlier this week, it got a woman killed. As they are detaining individuals across Minnesota and across this country, it is our job as members of Congress to make sure that those folks detained are treated with humanity, because we are the damn United States of America, and we don't treat people the way that this administration is treating people in our country. We are better than this. This is not a partisan statement. We are better than this, America.
Congresswoman, and I think the other thing that people should know is that this is a blatant disregard of the law.
Yeah.
We are seeing ICE pick up people, not allowing them to have access to their attorneys, to their family members, not allowing access to information that their family members could provide. We've also seen them being denied the ability to contact their members of Congress, so that we can liaison and get the proper information that is needed and give comfort to their families of their whereabouts. This hasn't happened before. This is a brand new policy. And when people are disappeared in the darkness, American democracy dies. And it is really important for every single person in this country to understand that they are not only disappearing people who have committed crimes, who are in this country undocumented. They are disappearing U.S. citizens. They are disappearing people who have proper documentation, sometimes telling them that their documentations are wrong, keeping them for days upon days. We've also seen people be deported who have proper documentation yet to be returned to this country. This should not be allowed in a country that roots in itself in freedom and liberty. There is no freedom when you are being detained and your government is being turned against you. This should be appalling to everyone.
The Somali community has been especially targeted by ICE right now. How can you protect them at this point? What can a local government do to protect those constituents?
We are all working across the clock
How?
To make sure that people have the resources that they need, that they get to know your rights training, that we expedite documentation for them to carry around so they feel protected. We are also exploring different kind of policies and laws that we have on the books, whether it's on a local municipal level or whether it is on a state level. This is an all hands on deck process, and in Minnesota we know how to protect one another, and I have been incredibly proud the way our neighbors have shown up for one another. It's been beautiful to see, and that kind of resistance is why ICE agents seem so angry and agitated, because they have never experienced the kind of love that we experience here in Minnesota. And we know that they are going to disappear one day, but we will be here caring for one another and carrying out policy with love here in Minnesota. Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you. Please stay back, please. Stay back, stay back.
Can't the Supreme Court or the courts do anything if the states were to consolidate?
No more questions, please.
Move together as one?
single day. And what we know is that Somalis are not intimidated. We're going to stand strong and bravely.
Thank you.
Thank
Are you
you all.
concerned at all that the mayor said that the police are outnumbered?
Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, guys. RV live, but they.
Okay, we need to get.
Hank, stay close.
This is the only other.
Where are you from?
Here you go.
What station?
Are you?
Okay, please,
What can
please,
you say
please,
about the
step back.
police being
Sorry,
outnumbered?
Step back.
Yeah, okay.
Step back. Step back.
I understand. We just need to get the idea
Here's
that
the
already
eye.
had.
Okay, my phone.
Well,
Are you comfortable with that? Nice to see you again.
Okay, step back, please. Step
I'm
back.
with you.
Step back.
let's
Step
get
back.
the IFB on her.
Are you able to flip this? My fingers are frozen.
You said you were with NPR?
No, we are with
MSNBC.
I'll leave it.
yeah, okay.
I'm sorry, I
You are
can't put
live
that
with
on.
him, and thank you so much. It's so cold. It's so cold.
Let
I'm
me just,
struggling.
I have to, just you can put this in your
I'm shivering.
ear. I can't feel my fingers. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
trying. I'm trying.
You're gonna put that in your ear. We're gonna clip it behind your ear. It's we're getting the IFB on her right now, and we're all shivering. All right.
This is not productive. I don't know why.
It's her fault.
I didn't
It's her
understand.
fault.
They said MPI. I thought it was just radio. Like that's not
Sorry, I apologize.
visible. So I don't know how to get this on. Do you have anything else?
Can you help her, please?
It's not.
This isn't. Okay.
Sorry.
It's not you. It is
I
us.
would have to like.
Yeah, no,
It's
you know,
not
because of the
here.
other job.
Can you hold in hand?
Can you?
Can you hold?
I just have one quick question.
Okay, all please wait, please.
Okay. Could you just hold it to your ear like that? Let's just do that. You can just hold it by your ear. There we go. And you can let me know if you can hear it
Supposed to
now.
go in?
Yes.
Goes in and out. I can help. Shivering.
Take it, please.
Namdi?
It's. There you go.
If you can
And
just
just hold that right there. Sorry.
Okay, can you please talk in Representative Omar's ear so we know that she can hear you?
It'll be a funny fit. I'm sorry.
Can you hear?
No.
Guys, please talk in her ear.
Here, I can't. Okay, should we? Here, maybe I'm not supposed to do it.
Okay, we're gonna have
Hold
to
on.
drop this.
Okay.
Guys, can we please speak in her ear on Namdi's IFB line?
You hear that?
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Thanks,
Let's
Sarah.
just do. Can we do a quick pull? Can we do a quick pull aside? 3 questions
Some
on
people
our
are
own?
really worried that the mayor said the police are outnumbered and outgunned.
I have one quick question.
No, we're not doing that.
Are you the PIO or are you with the Congresswoman from the 2nd
my
District.
gosh, I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
Yeah. It's okay.
So
That's all
sorry.
right. That's
May,
all right.
may I ask you
Well,
a
let's
question?
just do it together once Kelly's done. I was just getting warm.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
Well, I'll let her finish if you'd like.
We certainly can talk about legislation in Congress too. We need our Republican colleagues to step up and rein in this administration. The time is far past.
I guess
Yeah,
we've got.
sorry.
Yeah, no, jump on
Hi,
in.
sorry.
Curious from the both of you, how confident are you that there will be a fair and thorough federal investigation into Agent Ross that could lead to potentially charges? I think folks at the state level are not confident that the feds will, do a thorough investigation that could lead to charges.
Well, sadly, I have no confidence at all. And regardless, the American people and Minnesotans don't have confidence in it. And even if it is an investigation that is objective, we're not going to believe it here, right? So we need to have our local authorities, our local officials, investigators involved in this process. Look, what we tried to tell ICE officials this morning is that they're making Minnesota less safe in the way that they are policing our streets. They do not have any experience in urban policing, and it is incredibly dangerous what's happening in the state right now.
What can you say about the mayor's comment that the Minneapolis police are outgunned and outmanned by ICE? Some people are really concerned by that statement. What does it mean for the city and the state?
Well, the idea that there are around 600 officers, peace officers in Minneapolis, and we're looking at something like 3,000 ICE officers around the state of Minnesota. And remember, this isn't just happening in Minneapolis. Many of my communities are seeing an increased ICE presence in the 2nd District as well. The community is scared, and it's just not who we are as Minnesotans. These agents do not know how to police, and ICE officials, they don't know how to obey the law in any way or fashion. This morning proved that they will not allow us to do our duties as members of Congress.
What do you say to people who want to be out there to protest or demonstrate, but who are now understandably scared of, what will it take for a federal agent to turn on me, or could I end up in the same situation, right? I mean, what do you tell your constituents who are used to being able to exercise that right to protest, but now just don't know how to or what the reaction will be when they get there?
Well, it's a concern that they should have, but all of us have, I think, a responsibility to continue to show up for our neighbors, so the constitutional observers that are out there. But, let's do this in the right way. Let's do it in the Minnesota way. Let's not bring or give them what they want. What they wanted this morning, I believe, from 3 members of Congress is to behave badly. We're not going to give that to them. We were here respectfully asking them to give us our rights, and that is to inspect an ICE detention facility. That is absolutely allowed under the law. I brought the court case to show them. They refused to look at it, and they were very clear that we were being denied access after, we'd already walked in.
Look, we need a pause on ICE operations in Minnesota. After the killing of Renee Good, we need a pause. Minnesotans don't want ICE here right now, but we need a thorough and transparent investigation to transpire. Look, Minnesota has been through so many tragedies over this past year. We are exhausted, we are grieving, many of us are traumatized, and yet we are so resilient. We are a kind and compassionate and loving community who look out for each other. People should be able to protest. They should be able to exercise their First Amendment rights. And I encourage people to continue to do so peacefully. Do not take the bait. All of this extra ICE presence, and as demonstrated by my exchange with them in there this morning, where I asked for transparency to help bring down the temperature, to help Minnesotans have more transparency. They are not interested in bringing down the temperature, and so we cannot take the bait in Minnesota. We have to remain peaceful, and let's take care of each other out there.
Would you support activating the National Guard? I know they're on standby.
I hope it doesn't come to that.
I hope it doesn't have to happen, but I think the governor and the mayor of Minneapolis have done a good job of being at the ready. We continue to encourage Minnesotans to remain peaceful in all circumstances, and let's look out for each other. Let's keep each other safe. And at the end of the day, we're going to hold this lawless administration accountable. I've called for the impeachment of Kristi Noem. You know, what's happening on our streets by these agents, they should be wearing body cameras. They should be nowhere near our schools, our daycares, our churches, our religious institutions. We've introduced legislation that would prevent them from doing so. And while we try to rein in this lawless administration, I implore folks who live in Republican congressional districts to please reach out to your Republican members of Congress. Call them, ask them to please stand up for the Constitution, for Minnesota. I was just with one of my cities yesterday and one of the police chiefs, and the chiefs across the state had been on a call together to talk through just how they can respond to this increased ICE presence in our communities and help keep our citizens safe. ICE and the surge we're seeing is not making Minnesota more safe, and Republicans and Democrats alike should all be working together to make our communities safe. And that's what I'm asking of my Republican colleagues.
Can you tell us about the conversation with Tom Emmer in Washington a couple days ago?
Well, I don't know if it was much of a conversation. I got out 3 words, and it was something to the effect of this stunt that the administration pulled, and he went to 60 immediately and told me to take a walk. Well, the last thing I'm going to do is take a walk, because the people of Minnesota, they want me to be as outraged as they are, and I am. And so Tom Emmer is the 3rd top ranking Republican in the entire Congress. He has a direct line to Donald Trump. He could do something about this, and essentially that's what I told him, maybe perhaps in a little more colorful language.
1,000 more agents set to come potentially. What's the end game? How does this end?
Well, sadly, I think the end game is Donald Trump and this administration. They want to put more pressure on Minnesotans. They want to terrorize Minnesotans. You just heard Donald Trump this week talking about his 3 elections in Minnesota. You know, this is not partisan. We want to keep our communities safe. This is not the way to do it. I've called him and the administration out for their tactics, but look, it feels very much like political retribution is the bottom line. Last night, the Secretary of Agriculture halted over $120 million in payments from USDA to Minnesota institutions. How is it making Minnesota better, or our country better, when we stop grants to the University of Minnesota on ag-related issues? Now you're just hurting our farmers all over again. It's as if they are obsessed with Minnesota and its political retribution. Candidly, you know, Donald Trump, he lost in 2016, he lost in 2020 here, he lost again in 2024 here, and he just can't seem to get over it.
If their goal isn't to make Minnesota safe, why are we that is an argument for removing ICE?
I'm sorry, I got distracted here.
You said just a moment ago
Yeah.
their goal is clearly political.
Right.
They're not
Right.
trying to make Minnesota safer.
Right. Right.
When we argue or try to justify the removal of ICE because it's not making it safe, how is that going to be fruitful if that's not their goal?
Well, this administration is lawless. They're not going to remove ICE from Minnesota unless Minnesotans reach out and get through to my Republican colleagues to help them understand that they need to put pressure on this administration. This should not be partisan. If you have a rogue agency that is inciting more violence in our community than protecting us, then my Republican colleagues should step up and speak out, and I'm encouraging all Minnesotans, especially those who live in Republican districts, to please speak out. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go though. Thank you.
Thank you.
Morning.
Not many people out?
Yeah, that's like fucking 30 or so cars. All right, Joe. All right, Maria.
All right, I'll see you.
Yeah, we were just running this around. It's what it was. No, you did the product.
Milk is good for skin, but not eyes.
Yeah, I don't know how that.
All
right, no problem.
It'll affect the mucus membranes. Yeah, have you ever been to the people? So they're basically the people for the
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
From the window, and then the wind will turn. The car windows, when everything else drives by.
The car windows aren't as tinted, so you can see their faces.
Get out of our state box news!
Right there.
Okay. Box news!